I'm making stepping stones today with Catherine from Garden Molds, and we're starting to mix this to a consistency of like pudding, would you say?
Yeah, this is concrete, and you can use mortar mix, you can use bags of concrete, quickcrete, or you can make your own mixes up. And if you can also dye the concrete...
Ooh, that'd be beautiful. Let's see.
This is a little iron oxide pigment, and it just takes just a few tablespoons to get a really nice saturated color. Iron oxide comes in reds, buffs, greens, and you can buy them through Garden Molds or large Home Depot and tile stores have iron oxide pigments as well. So there's lots of places you can get it.
Okay. And we're keeping on mixing it until it's all through here. And I noticed too earlier when you were mixing, we had a dust mask on.
Yeah, it's always good to wear a dust mask and gloves because concrete is a little caustic. It can irritate the eyes and the skin, so nothing too alarming, but it's good to take good care of your skin and lungs.
Once this is all mixed up, what is the next step with the mold?
Basically, try to think of this like making a cake. There's your cake mix. Sure. Yeah, it's a little more weight than a regular cake mix, but you also have your pan, and just like you would a spray with a cake pan, you put a mold release on, and I use vegetable oil is best. Motor oil tends to deteriorate plastic, so
that looks good.
I either take right out of a bottle or I spray it on, and you just get it a nice, even, consistent coat. You don't want standing pools of oil in the molds because it can discolor the concrete. So
yeah, you're really getting it into all the crevices.
Yep. That's it.
And is this mixed enough?
I think it looks fabulous.
Okay, and then so we're just going to take it with our hands and
or you could
pat
just
it in?
take that and kind of scoop it over here, and we're just going to cover a little bit of the mold at first, just the design surface, because one of the things about concrete is the surface between a mold and the concrete will hold air bubbles in. It's a surface tension.
Sure.
So you want to get rid of that surface tension by lightly jiggling it.
Oh, okay, and I heard that you know how to do that the best.
Yeah. I'll take care of it. That's probably enough. I'm just going to spread it over the bottom of the mold here, just about a quarter of the way up. And then you just lightly,
evens it out.
You can see the bubbles rising to the top of the concrete as you're... And I do this for 30 seconds to a minute, and that should take care of almost all the bubbles on your surface. Not that bubbles are bad. Sometimes I kind of like that rustic look, but a lot of people, it bothers, so...
and now for this, if we want to just fill it halfway, we can use it as a wall hanging.
That's right.
But if we wanted to make a stepping stone, we'd fill up to the top?
Fill it up to the top. To make a wall hanging, you just get some wire from the hardware store, a little thick, or you can even use a hanger from your...
That's easy.
And just insert the wire in, and make sure it's all submerged. And you also want to take and bend up a little bit of the wire so that you have a hook coming out that's going to go onto the wall, and then you just level the concrete so it'll set up in there. And I wouldn't put it on the wall though for about another week because concrete is still curing, and it may not be strong enough to to bear the weight. So. And
for a stepping stone, how long do you want to let it dry?
For a stepping stone, again, you'd fill the whole mold, and you want to let it cure in the mold for about 2 days before gently demolding, but you want to wait another week again before you set it in the ground because it's still not strong enough to bear weight.
So, Catherine, that's how you would do a wall hanging, correct?
That's correct.
And I know earlier you have done a stepping stone.
That's correct.
And I'll just bring it up over here and we could see that one. So this would be the finished product of a stepping stone, and it's very high in the mold, the cement.
That's right. And you want to let it set up the concrete about 2 days in the mold and gently demold. Should flip right out. It should flip right out. And
voila!
There you have it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that.
And you want to give it another week before you set it in the ground because it's still green and it can't bear too much weight. And another thing besides dyeing, you can also, after it cures for about a week, you can go to your local paint store and just get concrete paint in any color you want and just paint these stones. And if it flakes off during the winter a little bit, just take a wire brush off the flaking paint and give it another coat for the next season.
You could be really creative with it and change all kinds of design of it.
Absolutely.
Now you can find these at your local independent garden center or go to the website, and it's gardenmolds.com, and find out more information on that. Well, thank you so much. It's been a great project, and I think anybody could do it at home, and you could do it with your family, a kid's project, and really enhance your garden. Thanks a lot, Catherine.
You're welcome.